So they say knowledge is power, and today, this episode, I've spent some time actually researching what to do. Now, you see the Sky Mine. The Sky Mine, oh, hello, Mr. Driller. The Sky Mine was very interesting last episode. I built it and I couldn't work it out, and now I know what to do. So, turns out that we have done absolutely nothing wrong. The Sky Mine is set up perfectly. It works and it's fantastic. The only way that we can use the Sky Mine is by connecting androids above the level of Tier 1. We need Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4, and what we can do is we connect them to the Sky Mine and upgrade their skills. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to do with the Sky Mine, but I wanted to be able to do it to Leo. So now we have this main character who is unfortunately totally stuck at being useless. He's going to be level 8 across the board. I've also done some experimenting and giving him some extra traits. None of those work. The only way that we can make Leo any better now is by either miraculously turning him into a better android or by giving him skill trainers, which is a massively late game tech. Who knows what's going to happen to Leo during this episode? Who knows where the future is going to take him? So if you enjoy any of today's episode and you're excited to see what we might achieve with Leo today, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And let's get into things, and by starting off by going through and upgrading our Sky Mine Central. So what I've realized is that it overheats very quickly, the Sky Mine does. And if you don't have enough air conditioning and keeping it cool enough, it will just explode. Don't ask how I know this, because funnily enough, I've worked it out. So it needs to be cooled down hugely by just coolers and everything to keep it as cool as possible, because it generates so much heat. So this is why I've got a little corridor at the back here. It's going to be just covered in air conditioning units here. We're going to expand this server room out as massively as humanly possible so we can level up all of the other androids quick enough. Because what we can do is give Bossy here, who's got a double plant animals of 4, upgrade her as quickly as we can so we can then re-recruit Jones. And once we've re-recruited Jones, then who knows where we're going. I've also now queued up some more ground penetrating scanners as well. Resources are going to be extremely important as we get further into this. I've looked into the GlitterNet things that I said that I wasn't particularly going to look at, and it's looking like it could be a very viable option for us when we get to it. But it's very expensive, like extraordinarily expensive. So a few more ground penetrating scanners. We'll get a few more analysts on the go as well, and we'll be absolutely fantastic. We have now finished the defensive wall across the entrance here as well. We've got 2 hours to the Varna remnants come and attack us. 13 sentinels, 1 ranger, and 1 falcon. Is a fairly easy raid for us to deal with. And there we are. Our raid from the Varna remnants have arrived, approaching from multiple angles and are attacking immediately. Okay, so they can't actually get in. They can only get in through down there. So as long as the wall holds out for a decent amount of time, we should be okay. Now, I've now made it to the marble walls, and they are absolutely bashing them in. Driller, don't go through that door, please. Please don't go through that door. Thank you. The first sentinel has made it through the wall, the impossible wall that I thought would be so difficult for them to get through. They, funnily enough, just gone straight through it. I've assembled the drillers, and I'm just going to get them to go on an absolute rampage with, well, this one's on a Muffalo, so he's already the most powerful thing I've ever seen. Android riding Muffalos versus a sentinel. They're absolutely getting obliterated, actually. This is a massacre. The drillers have been sent on a search and destroy order as well. I feel like they're strong enough to take on pretty much anything at this stage. The fact they are absolutely huge and their mining arms are quite powerful as well means there's just nothing to worry about. Yeah, the last one left is this poor falcon. It's going to get... Oh, Jesus Christ. It must be so scary coming against these androids. Just look at them. And there we are, our rewards. So we've got animal drop, a good weapons drop, delay next wave, and orbital trade arrive. I'm going to go for the delay next wave so we can get some more things sorted. So we've got 4.2 days. We have 66 enemies, all mercenaries and pirates, and they are all ninjas. Perfect. I cannot wait. The Gestor engine can now also upgrade again to level 3 as well. Hopefully this just means that it will completely replace Robbie now if we ever get him back. All 3 of our tier 2 androids have gotten up, and might I say they all look extremely cool. I'm not sure why we were going for a cowboy cyberpunk theme here, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it, honestly. So, these androids, as you can see down here, we can connect to the Sky Mine and we can upgrade their skills. So, at the moment, we have no skills farmed and we can't put them into anything at the moment because we are trying to renovate the Sky Mine servers at the moment. But look, we can put points into things, make them better at shootings, intelligence, and all of those exciting things. So, for example, with Bossy, who we are going to be putting on animals so we can then actually be able to re-recruit Jones. we just get a farm a load of animal points and upgrade her massively. It'd be really easy and quick. And Leo has gained another Silent level as well. So now, where are you at? So you've already got the raid pause. So now we can go for Time Sphere. Rapidly ages living creatures, plants flourish and wither, structures start to disintegrate from bizarre stress. Or we can go to Craft Time Skip and then try get Season Time Skip, which I think is a very powerful ability. Let's go for Craft Time Skip. So I've now built the air conditioning units to keep this room completely frozen. So I'm turning back on the generators and the servers so we can hopefully try and see what the Skynet stuff does. So it produces points at a slow rate. So it produces 4 every tick, I'd imagine. And then it will all get stored into the database, and then we can add the points whenever we want, I presume. So like if we say, look at Bossy, who we want to be able to level up and go to skills, currently we have 8 points. So if we chuck in the 8 points into animals, you need at least 100 points are required for the operation. But yeah, so once we get 100 points, we can chuck them in and level her up that way. Nice. Hey up. What's this? What? For some reason, we've managed to resurrect one of the Sentinels from the previous raid, and it has a gravity hammer from Halo. That is insane. But for some reason, it's not moving. So I don't know if that's broken or something. And the Jet engine is upgraded again, so it's now on level 3. It still does nothing different other than hacking biocoded things. It's a bit strange, but hey, more mechanoids that we can connect to. Perfect. Because the Jet engine has now fully connected to every single working robot available. Every single robot that is designed for working is now owned by the Jet engine. So Robbie, despite his sad loss, and it was so emotional, and I really felt sad, has been totally replaced by a machine. Oh no, what a shame. The only working droids that are still owned by colonists is Leo, who has full control over all the analysts. It's almost as if he's using them for his own nefarious plans to get smarter, but we won't go too deep in that quite yet. Oh dear, our hotel guests, as amazing they are and they provide so much silver to us, are being attacked by a super Joris. Welcome to Rimworld. Out of curiosity, Mole, what happened to you? Oh, your right eye was torn out. Okay. Very nice. They're going to leave me a really bad review now, aren't they? Shit. that was not the point, was it? And there has been a waste pack infection. What? A group of burrowed insect stasis cocoons have picked up the center of a recently dissolved toxic waste pack. They're tunneling up to get closer to the chemicals. The cocoons will enter a dormant state and they will remain dormant indefinitely. If someone approaches or disturbs them, they will open and release enraged insects. That is absolutely loads of them. Shit. Everybody sort of go outside. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. Everybody kind of needs to hide. We get all the drillers to stand and just defend themselves, honestly. Right, everybody's been assembled out here because this is going to immediately just cause a huge reaction. When did we release toxic waste packs? When did we do this? The cocoons have been disturbed and are opening. Oh my god, there are so many. Oh god. Actually, to be fair, this isn't too bad. We're very lucky that we have a lot of drillers that are very capable of doing violence. Who'd have thought? This is easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is not an issue at all. Yeah, so look at this driller. Look how cool this driller is. He has got himself a teal, I think that is, exoskeleton frame. He's wearing a shield belt. He's carrying drugs. This driller is the coolest driller of them all. So we now have 368 skill points available. So how does this work? Do we literally just inject it into animals? Yes, that is exactly how it works. So simple and so convenient. So it does take a long time to purely level someone up from the Skymind, but with enough upgrades like we're trying to do here, it's probably really, really efficient. Bossy upset Danielle 3 times in a row. We have so much fun here. Life is full of fun. So how are you upset? You're telling me that this beautiful android that's got a funny beard upsets you? Bossy told Danielle about the happiness at Mecha Monks. Danielle rolled her eyes. We're happy. We're happy here. We have got fantastic fun things to do, like playing the toxic waste dump and stuff. So unfortunately, I think this Sentinel that we've accidentally gestated is completely broken, so I'm just going to disassemble it. I've now built an extra 4 networked analysts as well, just to really bump up the production of skill points. So we're now averaging a solid 24 or so ever per tick, which doesn't sound like very much, but when you kind of forget about it and they accumulate, it is quite nice. So Bossy is very slowly now being leveled up in animals. I've worked out why we have had the infestation earlier. It turns out that we have lost the refrigeration unit in our toxic waste dump here, so it's just been leaking. Right next to the nursery, we've just been having a toxic waste leak. And I hadn't noticed. Sorry, guys. Whoops. Mole has been eaten by Mineral Unit 1. So, the hotel guest that had already been eaten by the Super Joris has now been eaten by a very friendly mechanical sheep that eats corpses. I don't think you can have anything more Rimworld than that. It's decided as well to make all the drillers single-handedly all start cleaning up this pollution because it is a disgusting mess that needs to be sorted out. I feel like it's also probably almost certainly giving the children some sort of like poison. Yeah, but Sparks has got toxic buildup. It's initial. It's not really ideal to have a toxic waste dump next to the nursery, and that was an oversight by me. And we've built ourselves the first mech link to go towards our new Android war program. I'm going to build 4 of these mech links. We're still waiting to build 1 more tier 2 Android, and they'll all be connected up to Bossy, Jana, and Isabella. I'm going to craft all of them all at once so we can get sort of done all at once and focus on it, because by the time we re-recruit Jones, it means that we can then refocus everything then. The visitors from the Ironclad Society are absolutely amazed by our score. Only 92, but they are leaving us 3 glitter war medicines, so I can't be too unappreciative. So I'm now, unfortunately, having to break one of the rules at the beginning of this series. We are actually going to be attempting to tame multiple animals just so we can level up Bossy. The chances are these alpacas and these other animals that we'll be taming will be used for food, but Bossy doesn't know that, and nor do the rest of the monks. I don't like the way that we are actually taming a alpaca with an android using drugs. I don't feel like this is necessarily something Peter would approve of, but I don't think it's not going to not work. And Jana has decided to go on a mental break to eat lots of food. This usually isn't a problem in Rimworld. It's something that happens and, you know, it's okay. But this is an android. What on earth are you going to eat? Electricity? Yeah, just go eat my power grid. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Overdose on... Oh, Jana is overdosing as well. So you're on a mental state. You're going to pig out on food and you're going to overdose on drugs. Wow, something's really upset you, Jana. What is it? You've got tattered apparel. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. I've made a slight oversight, guys. Bossy cannot tame at Jones because his animal skill's too low. It needs 7. If we go to the works tab, we sort by who's got the highest animal skill. Jean has an animal skill of 7. Jean could have tamed Jones the entire time, and but instead we've been trying to get an android to do it. So there's a tame failed, 7.5% chance. That's going to take so long to retame Jones. And Leo has gained another Psylink level as well. Very nice. So, where are we going to take you now? Definitely to the season time skip. So it skips an entire season, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for us, because it then means that when it gets to like winter time and we haven't got any food or anything, or we can't grow any more drugs, you know what, we'll just skip this. We just go to the next one. So looking at things that we can do around the base, because at the moment, whilst we're waiting for Jones to be re-recruited and the Android war program to be fully kicking into gear, we need something to do. So we have the Coltron here and we have nuclear power. Nice. Now, nuclear power maybe isn't necessarily the most monk-like thing for them to have access to, but then again, we do have an absolute ton of mechanoids, and that also isn't very monk-like. So why don't we go for nuclear power? In order to go for nuclear power, we need to research it, and after we get tier 4 androids, it'll be nuclear power. Nuclear power is going to be extremely expensive in terms of uranium and just general resources. And we need concrete, baby! And we also need a Coltron in order to make the nuclear power rods, I'd imagine. So I think next we can work on a little room to build nuclear power it. So I don't know where to put it. Maybe we replace the battery area at the back here and make this into our nuclear power station? That sounds like a fantastic idea. Where better than to put our nuclear power station right next to where we dump all of our corpses? Definitely not going to accidentally resurrect them or anything. Definitely. So I think we need obviously we need a concrete mixer so we can make concrete, and we need a Coltron as well, so we can then extract uranium and then make it and then enrich it, and then we can then put it into a nuclear power station. There you go. So we now have a concrete mixer. Lovely. I love the comparison of low res to high res with the Muffalo. Yes. So from this we can make concrete from junk, which is very nice, concrete from stone block, concrete from stone trunk, fiber cement, interesting, reinforced concrete, packed concrete, unpacked concrete. Wow, concrete for absolute days. You love to see it. Bossy demonstrated how to shoot a rocket launcher at Sparks. An android is teaching a 3-year-old child how to shoot a rocket launcher. yes, this definitely will not have bad consequences. I can guarantee it. And there are the raid from the Dragons. They were prepared for a while, then attack. So it is the brother of Sir, the aunt of Sparks, and the uncle of Robert. So this is Jones's brother is here. Jones's brother is here. He's heard about Jones going wild and is here to try save him or, you know, do something with him. I have obviously built a big wall across the entrance here just so we can try, hopefully, like, fend them off for just a little bit longer than usual. But it'll probably end up being the drillers that will deal with most of this raid quite happily, honestly. We'll try cheese it. And it looks like we can upgrade the Jestot engine again. I don't know how many times you can upgrade it, but getting it to level 4, who knows? It could even be its own fighting unit. And the Pirates and the Grey Dragons are now beginning their assault. Yeah, so they're going to try beat up my walls, which is definitely not the end of the world. It looks like they're all going to focus down here as well, which is going to be actually really handy for us, because what we can do is get all the drillers to stand here and kind of like wait for them to come through and just use that, honestly. They've managed to break in down here as well. All the drillers are here. If we get them just to come back a little bit and bait them in, and then we search and destroy. The army of androids. This one's even got a funny hat. Oh my gosh. If we lose this with this amount of androids, I will not be impressed. Big Papa! Big Papa's back! But Big Papa, welcome back, my friend. Wow, I didn't expect to see you here. Target resisted the insanity blast. They have Psycasters. Oh my god. Tynan Sylvester! Why is Tynan here? What? Why is Tynan in the raid here? No, that's so cool. Game developer, Punk. Pirates from the Grey Dragons are fleeing. Something has exploded down here and it has sent them absolutely wild. And here we are, our rewards. Research boost for 5 random research projects, 5 combat animals, fuel drop, wood drop. Let's go for the research boost. So, we got spacer furniture, medieval props, cryptosleep caskets, artisan furniture, and basic electronics. Wow, that was definitely worth it, wasn't it? And the next raid is 81 harpies. Jesus Christ. And you know what? I think I'm going to call it there on that fantastic little ending there where Tynan and Sylvester came and raided us. And we killed them. We killed him. We killed Tynan and Sylvester. We've won Rimworld. This episode has been quite a slow one, unfortunately, just because there's been a lot that we need to grind and go towards at the moment. So, that's just how it is. Research and everything has been going really nicely as well. We are now on tier 4 androids. And once we can get tier 4 androids, hopefully we can find a way to get Leo to upgrade so we can then make him even better. That is the ultimate plan. The start on nuclear power as well is very nice as well, so we can then get more power and fund more things. But I think the plan next episode will obviously be fully to tame Jones as well. Get Jones back, upgrade Leo, upgrade all the drones and the drillers and everything, and to deal with 81 harpies next episode, I'm slightly scared, but at the same time it shouldn't go too badly now that we're playing things a little bit more on the sweaty side. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.